This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones.
And I'm Peter Dubois. First tonight, offshore wind development may soon be coming to Sears Island after an announcement this afternoon by Governor Mills.
Our Augusta reporter Corey Bouchard has that story.
Port of Searsport, one of the most important ports of the entire eastern seaboard, will rise again to become a thriving hub of commerce of world-renowned stature.
Governor Janet Mills announced that around 100 acres of the state-owned section on Sears Island has been selected to be a port facility to support the floating offshore wind industry.
If Sears Island is approved, it will become the home of a world-class facility for the fabrication, staging, assembly, maintenance, and deployment of offshore wind technology.
James Gilway, the town manager for Searsport, says he looks forward to working with the governor's office and Maine Department of Transportation to build the facility.
Searsport has a long and rich history of building vessels and sailing them from Penobscot Bay to all ports around the world. We are very proud of this history, and we see the construction of floating offshore wind platforms as a modern-day continuation of that vessel building heritage.
Governor Mills adds that the project will not only help stabilize Maine's power industry to help reduce the cost of Maine electric bills, but it will also help generate jobs and revenue.
The offshore wind industry is expected to generate as much as $1 trillion in worldwide investment by 2040. The time has come to bring some of that investment to Maine.
The proposed plan has sparked a protest on Wednesday by the Alliance for Sears Island to speak out against what they say is the state of Maine breaking their promise by selecting Sears Island instead of Mack Point. At the State House, I'm Corey Bouchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
In other news tonight, police have released the name of the person killed in a shooting in Waterville yesterday. 22-year-old Justin Iriola of Winslow was killed. Another person was shot at but not injured. Police responded to a reported shooting outside a residence at 18 Grove Street in Waterville just after 8 o'clock Monday morning. Police say Iriola was shot multiple times. They've not said if any arrests have been made or if there is a person of interest, but they do say there is no danger to the public.
Well, good news for the state of Maine. Maine is getting $50 million for clean water infrastructure upgrades. A statement from the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency says the money is coming from President Biden's bipartisan infrastructure law. EPA Regional Administrator David W. Cash says communities are facing challenges with aging pipes that fail and new concerns about issues like PFAS. Cash said, quote, "Every person, every child deserves safe and clean drinking water, and together with our state and local partners, we are financing upgrades to wastewater treatment plants, replacing old and aging water mains, and developing new filtration sites to remove contaminants from drinking water to make that a reality," end quote.
In the wake of stalled legislation, Republican lawmakers say more needs to be done to reduce the cost of electricity in Maine. According to House Republican leader Billy Bob Falkingham, Republicans have supported several bills aimed at reducing electric rates, but he says they are unlikely to pass in a Democratic-controlled House and Senate. They include one measure that was shot down today.
Talk to the Maine people over and over again about what their biggest concerns are. It comes to two things: inflation and energy costs. It's the cost of their groceries and the cost of their electric bills. Today in the House, we voted on LD 683, an act to reduce energy rates. This was a bill that absolutely would have factually reduced energy rates. Every Democrat voted against it. Every Republican voted in favor of it to reduce electric rates.
Republican lawmakers say they are in support of studying the use of nuclear power as an alternative to Maine's reliance on fossil fuels and natural gas for our electric grid.
Meanwhile, a bill that would require insurance providers to cover the total cost of over-the-counter birth control medication was the focus of a public hearing today. Currently, Maine law requires insurers cover prescription contraception methods approved by the FDA. LD 2203 would expand those provisions to include non-prescription contraceptives. Today, lawmakers heard testimony for and against that bill.
Birth control is, as we know, popular, effective, and essential to reproductive freedom. Nationally, 90% of women have used contraception, and 86% of adults support access to all forms of contraception.
This bill changed a lot on Friday when it came out. It now expands first dollar coverage for every FDA-approved contraceptive. And as health insurance plans and carriers are concerned about how do we make that work?
If the bill is passed, Maine would join a number of other states, including California, New Mexico, and Washington, which all require insurance coverage of non-prescription contraceptives without cost sharing. The FDA recently approved the first over-the-counter daily oral contraceptive, which will become available to consumers later this year.
Last week, we told you about the announcement that Bangor Superintendent of Schools would be stepping down. Today, for the first time, we heard from James Tager about his reasoning for the move, as well as where the school board plans to go from here.
The 3 years here have been probably the best of my career because it's a community that really cares about education. And I think it's funny, every year I start out and somehow I think I just know it's time.
Tager has been working in education for 42 years. He plans to move to Florida to be closer to his family. The school committee is in the process of conducting a nationwide search for Tager's replacement. They say they hope to fill that position by July.
Alrighty, well, taking a look outside today, really bright and sunny, just a great day. You know, definitely a bite in the air as we've been seeing, but no big deal there. The important thing, at least around here locally, not a lot of wind. Plenty of sunshine, and we like that.
Exactly. We've had our fair share of those kind of bone-chilling days thanks to the wind lately, so it was nice to get a little bit of a reprieve from that today. Yeah,
didn't mind that at all. All right, let's go ahead and get a first check of our forecast and see what else is coming.
All right, Beth and Peter, thank you. Happy Tuesday. Look at these low temperatures this morning. 5 Millinocket, 7 here in Bangor. A cold start to our day today, but we did have some recovery throughout the afternoon with high temperatures back in the 20s, but even warmer temperatures are on the way. We're going to go for mid-30s tomorrow, then some 40s are back in the forecast for Thursday and Friday. The wind out there today out of the west, northwest, earlier switched out of the southwest now. We could see some wind gusts around 10 miles per hour or so overnight tonight and throughout the day tomorrow. That will not be a big deal. Overall, though, lots of clear skies out there again tonight. Our next weather system, though, is not too far away. This one gets in here on Friday with a rain-snow mix in the forecast for Friday afternoon. Our forecast, though, tonight, we're talking about mostly clear skies, not as cold, but still cold, with low temperatures down near 11. Your full forecast is coming up. Beth and Peter.
Alrighty, Jeff, thank you so much. And coming up on ABC 7 News at 6, Downey's Community Partners is asking the community for help. Our Grace Blanchard explains.
And Giffords is producing ice cream once again after finishing some repairs to their facility that caught fire last year. Those stories and more when we come right back.
Are your gutters weighed down by debris causing them to sag and overflow? I'm Tony Hafford with TC Hafford Basement Systems. Clogged gutters lead to costly repairs for your home, so skip the cleaning and stop the clogs with Gutter Shutter. Gutter Shutter, the world's best gutter, is a high-performance gutter with a lifetime no-clog guarantee. Stop the clutter, get Gutter Shutter. Call TC Hafford Basement Systems today for all things basementy.
It's so important to me to work at a place that I believe in.
I love having that one-on-one with our members.
You come to a credit union to work because you actually like helping people.
You get to be a part of really life-changing moments.
We get to guide them through the process of having their dream come true.
It's work that I can really believe in.
Builds a really rewarding professional career.
You can honestly make a difference in people's lives. And that's why I like credit unions.
It's just a wonderful place to work.
SNAP-Ed is the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program education. The nutrition programming is provided by nutrition educators who really understand their communities.
This work requires partnerships because it's about supporting the community.
The things that we teach people, I know it makes a huge impact. What we do is not just good for people who receive SNAP benefits, but for the whole community.
Good luck to all the area high school basketball teams from Cat Tracks LaGrange, your dealer for Hewitt Docks and Grasshopper lawnmowers. Good luck to all the area teams from Howard Insurance with locations in Dexter, Dover, and Newport. Gifford Electric would like to wish good luck to all the boys and girls teams in this year's tournament.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Well, Downey's Community Partners has a mission to keep people in Hancock and Washington County warm this winter, and they are asking the community for help by joining in on their upcoming benefit to support those who need some immediate heating assistance. Our Grace Blanchard shares the details.
This weekend, Downey's Community Partners is holding its second annual To Warm a Winter's Night fundraising event.
It is literally what it sounds like, to keep people warm.
The event will feature live music from local artists and a silent auction with items donated by local businesses and community members.
Last year's event was extraordinarily successful. We had no idea. We'd never done this before. And we ended up raising close to $90,000.
All the proceeds will go to the Heating and Warmth Fund, also known as THAW, to help keep Mainers warm this winter.
It's not a program where there are reams and reams of paper applications, and therefore it allows us the flexibility to step in when somebody really needs immediate help.
Cadis says the need is great as they have recently seen a more than 40% increase in people reaching out for heating assistance.
October to present is when we started to really keep track, and the need is immense.
The benefit is this Saturday at the Grand in Ellsworth. More information is available on foxbangor.com.
It's going to be a really wonderful night of community and supporting our neighbors.
In Ellsworth, Grace Blanchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
1 year after a devastating fire swept through part of Gifford's ice cream facility in Skowhegan, they've reached a milestone. They're now making ice cream once again. Susan Farley has the details.
There's a lot of work that needed to be done.
On February 2nd of last year, a fire caused extensive damage to Gifford's ice cream production facility. CEO Lindsay Skilling says if you drove by, you might not know there had been a fire, but inside was a different story.
We had to go down to the studs for the majority of our production and then our office space.
Luckily, other ice cream makers were able to keep them on schedule and make ice cream for them.
Otherwise, we wouldn't have had any ice cream over the past year for our customers.
Skilling says it's been a long road since the fire for everyone who worked there.
It wasn't and hasn't been easy on any of us, but we have a strong support system with everyone, all of our family members, and they stuck through it with us and did everything in their power to help us get up and running.
They aren't back at full capacity yet, but they are making ice cream.
There'll be some flavors that our customers were unable to get this past year because co-packers weren't able to produce for us. We'll be able to get those on store shelves again this spring.
Skilling says nothing can prepare you for something like the fire. They want to thank the people of Maine.
They're what keep us going. So, we just thank everybody very much for rooting for us and being patient with us.
In Skowhegan, I'm Susan Farley for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Definitely glad to see them back up and running again. I think we both just kind of wanted to climb onto that conveyor belt.
Yeah, right.
Just, kind of like I Love Lucy style,
Exactly.
only I'll just be grabbing the pints. Yeah, that'll be me.
Yep, we'll have to recreate that one.
Indeed. All right, well, still to come on ABC 7 News at 6. Our Jody Hersey was at an all-female wrestling meet in Winslow, and she spoke to the athletes who were there.
And in sports, we'll have a live update from day 4 of the MPA High School Basketball Tournament at the Cross Insurance Center. That story coming right up.
Your financial goals may appear to be all about savings and investing, but in reality, it's about much more. Your life, your family, and your legacy.
Plan your future with Warren Financial.
The
Furniture Gallery's President's Day celebration is on. Your choice of 3 colors, this Ashley recliner just $2.99. Host dinners in style with a new 5-piece dining set, only $3.99. Get comfortable with a new sofa starting at $4.49. Or upgrade to a spacious sofa chaise for just $5.99. All full-price Ashley bedroom furniture still 10% off. And save up to 70% off clearance items. Hurry in while it lasts and save big. Shop local, save money at the Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, Newport, and North Windham.
Great Scott! This is Green Bear 420 in 2010. What kind of trip is this? I gotta get back to 2023. Wait, it's 2015. So much has changed. In 2023, we had a lot more glass, t-shirts, and novelties. It's gonna take a bolt of lightning to get me home. Finally, home at last. Now Green Bear 420, Green Bear Green Care is bigger and better than ever. To be continued.
Welcome to the Orono Arcade, your local, affordable destination. We want to provide you with the best experience we can without costing a small fortune. Our ever-popular 9-hole blacklight mini golf course is a huge attraction. Plus, we have the best arcade video games to choose from, including both modern and retro games. We have weeknight specials consisting of... We look forward to seeing you soon at the Orono Arcade.
Your financial goals may appear to be all about savings and investing, but in reality, it's about much more. Your life, your family, and your legacy.
Plan your future with Warrant Financial.
Now, with so much on the line, more Americans are turning to David Muir and ABC's World News Tonight than any other newscast across all of television.
Welcome in to Fast Break Tournament Edition, brought to you by Dorsey Furniture and Coastal Auto Parts, your local Napa Auto Parts dealer. Welcome into the Cross Insurance Center for a Tourney 2024 update. Thank you for staying with us. More tourney coverage for you, just keeps rolling along. We are in day 4 right now, but kind of a lighter day for us. Only 4 games, wrapping up those quarterfinals. Ryan, how we doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great, Tyler. Great light day for us. I'm very happy for that, for our sakes. But yes, final 4 games of the quarterfinal round here at the Cross Insurance Center today. All Class C2. We started the action today with one of the boys' quarterfinals, the 4-seed Machias against the 5-seed Hodgdon. Let's go to that highlight right now.
This was a good one.
Yes, it was. Let's start in the second quarter. Final seconds of the second quarter. Machias' Mickey Fitzsimmons to Bobby Richardson for 3, and he drills it at the horn. Hawks up 2 after 2. To the third quarter now. Hodgdon's David Tuttle to Kyron Ciarleglio. Beautiful feed around the D to Wyatt Oliver for 2. Later, Fitzsimmons off a Caden Carter screen, pulls up from deep and swishes that one. But Hodgdon a big third quarter. Brody Little to Dan Henderson on the wing, and his triple is true. Tight down the stretch, but Hodgdon wins 64-57.
Keep pushing, you know, always just keep going the whole way, all 32 minutes of the game, you know, and we definitely did that.
Man, a few words, but
yeah.
he put it out very, very well.
That was a great one right there. I mean, you thought Hodgdon had put it away in the third quarter, but Machias came back with a couple of haymakers, just couldn't overcome the Hawks.
We had to retool the highlight about 3 times.
Yeah, we thought we were done. Machias made that one interesting all the way till the end. That was a great game. Behind us is top seed Calais and 8-seed Piscataquis. Just went to the half, 31-10. Calais is in the lead. They're trying to move on. They are the defending Northern Maine champs from Class C last year. And then, Ryan, the girls get underway. Tell us about those matchups.
Yes, after that we got Class C girls wrapping up, beginning with Matt Nawcook and Machias. And Mount View and Dexter will be our last game of the night. And you'll catch all those highlights on Fast Break at the 10 o'clock news on Fox 22, plus Fast Break Extended here on ABC 7.
Yeah, our first time catching Dexter since they won the Northern Maines last year from Class C girls. That should be a good one. Excited to see them. We'll have all these highlights, like you said, later at 10 and 11, plus some breakdowns of our semifinal matchups, some keys to the game. We got a big one tomorrow right here at the Cross Center at 11:30 a.m. We'll tell you all about that tonight. But for now, that's all from us. Here is Jeff Weller with your full 5-day forecast. Jeff?
All right, Tyler, thank you. Your full weather is brought to you by Washington County Community College. Discover choices, create success. Don't miss out on free college. Let's talk about the weather today, right? High temperatures back in the 20s. Lows last night down near 0 in a few spots. That will not be as cold across the area tonight. In fact, we have warmer temperatures on the way, but still clear and a bit cold across the region this evening. Noticeably warmer for tomorrow, followed by a rain-snow mix getting in here on Friday. Check out the high temperatures today. 27 here in Bangor, 21 for Millinocket. So a cool day. The average high temperature is near 30. All of us were below that today, but warmer temperatures, of course, are on the way. Look at the heat across the south right now. Dallas is at 80. We're not going to do that for a while, but the cold stuff is right here on our back door, right? That's going to retreat, though, after tonight. Low temperatures down near 10 tonight. Then tomorrow, noticeably warmer across the region as the really cold stuff is going to go that way, and we have moderating air across our neck of the woods that will firmly put us back, most likely in the 30s and even a couple 40s out there into the weekend and probably into early parts of next week. In fact, a significant warming trend is on the way. We shifted the wind today, basically out of the northwest this morning, more so out of the west throughout the afternoon. We had a couple wind gusts near 10 miles per hour. That will come down tonight, but be back tomorrow. We could see some wind gusts tomorrow near 10 to 15 miles per hour, especially the afternoon, making air temperatures in the 30s feel a bit colder tomorrow. Okay, so lots of clear skies across the area now. Gave us that radiational cooling last night, those really cold low temperatures, right? But then our next weather system, not for tomorrow, not really for Thursday, is on the map for Friday, and it's going to be kind of a messy one across our area as we do have that precipitation on the way. Let's walk you through it. So tonight, no issues at all. Tomorrow, no issues at all. And then here we go into Friday morning. There's going to be, here's 7 o'clock or so Friday morning. There's a rain-snow mix across our region, kind of a messy situation there with temperatures near freezing. And where you get a burst of snow on Friday morning, there could be a couple inches of snow on Friday. And then here we are at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. This is a slow-moving system. So where this stays all snow on Friday, likely a couple to a few inches of snow. It all pulls out of here Friday evening. The weekend looks pretty good around here with temperatures hanging out most likely in the 30s. Our forecast, though, tonight we're talking about mostly clear skies. Low temperatures, so not as cold as last night, but still cold. Look for low temperatures down near 8 with a calm wind after midnight. For tomorrow, all right, so partly cloudy skies, high temperatures reaching mid to upper 30s tomorrow. A couple of you could do 40 with that south breeze around 5 to 10 throughout the afternoon. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast shows a story 37 tomorrow, then firmly back in the 40s for Thursday under partly cloudy skies. Here comes that rain-snow mix. So Thursday is dry, 42. Likely a rain-snow mix in the area for Friday. It could get kind of messy across our area, especially north and west of the Bangor area, high of 41. Then a cold front comes through. Colder Saturday with high temperatures hanging out in the 30s. Beth and Peter.
All right.
All right, thanks, Jeff. And we'll be right back with more after the break. Stay with us.
My father started a roofing company in the 1970s.
Back when asbestos was still commonly used in Maine.
When George was diagnosed with mesothelioma, we knew there wasn't a cure yet, but we knew he needed help.
We called Joe Bornstein's office because this family means business.
Their team is handling everything, representing Mainers who were victims of asbestos exposure.
We highly recommend the law offices of Joe Bornstein.
Call Joe today for a free case evaluation. There's never a fee unless you win.
Roto-Rooter has served the greater Bangor area and beyond for 35 years, offering plumbing, hydrojetting, snaking, descaling, video inspection, and grease interceptor cleaning services. For all your residential and commercial clogs, call Roto-Rooter today, 990-1234.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Hello, this is George Whelan with Down East Direct Cremation. Now, anytime, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 52 weeks a year, from the comfort of your desktop or the convenience of your mobile device, you can summon transport and arrange a simple, affordable, respectful, Down East Direct Cremation for your deceased loved one. Just by using the button exclusively at downeastdirectcremation.com. All you need is the location address of the person who has died, their vital statistics information, a valid credit card for payment, and that's it. No need to pick up the telephone, no need to answer a bunch of questions, no need to come into the store, and it's still just $9.75 complete. It's so easy, even I can do it. For more information, visit us at downeastdirectcremation.com or call us at 207-225-5332. Simple, affordable, respectful. The button. only at downeastdirectcremation.com.
The town of Fort Kent is preparing for an annual race that brings hundreds of visitors from all over the world. Next weekend will mark the beginning of the annual Can-Am Crown, an international sled dog race. What began as a small local event back in the early 90s exploded into a world-renowned race for the sled dog community.
They'll see 500 or 600 dogs leading these mushers. They go one after another. About every 4 or 5 minutes, they have this gateway that opens up, and the crowd cheers as they race down the road, and it's an amazing sight.
Races kick off early in the morning of March 2nd. It's bright and early at 8 a.m. And if you'd like to go, well, plan ahead, as the town is expected to be filled to the brim with racers and spectators alike. That looks pretty awesome.
It does look amazing. Well, it was standing room only inside the gymnasium at Winslow High School as the school hosted its first all-female wrestling meet on Tuesday. As Jody Hersey tells us, more and more girls are taking up the sport due to its competitiveness and the confidence they gain after each and every match.
Wrestling has typically been a male-dominated sport. However, more and more females across Maine and the country are suiting up to wrestle, and coaches like Michael Hansen of Mount Blue High School say they are aggressive competitors.
These girls, there's something about them. There's just a fierceness they bring to the mat, this desire to win no matter what the odds are. You could see a girl on the mat that looks completely out of a match, but I promise you that girl has some fire in her, and she's going to fight to the end whether she loses or not.
Some of the wrestlers we spoke with credit their siblings for getting them into the sport.
My brother did get me into it. Yep, I saw him at his first practice and I was like, I kind of want to do that.
This was the first all-female wrestling meet hosted at Winslow High School. The school had 92 participants from 39 different schools show up for the event.
Well, this is a more competitive sport and it just gets all of my anger out, and I do see a lot of girls come out because they have more of a chance with girls than boys because boys are stronger than us. So having this girl tournament is like really big for us.
Each athlete in attendance got to compete in more than one match.
Wrestling's really hard, and it teaches you that not everything goes your way, like in life.
Coach Hansen says these female wrestlers are already paving the way for others feeling pinned down in life.
Even though they've only been involved for a short time, they want to get back because in that short time, they saw just how much it did for them, and they want to let other girls know, like, hey, there's a door, it's open, and I'll walk through it with you.
In Winslow, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Some seriously fierce athletes there. Finally tonight, Bella Lubiere, a 15-year-old singer-songwriter from Winslow, was asked to sing the national anthem before the wrestling meet got underway at Winslow High School Tuesday. We first introduced you to Bella back in January. Lubiere, who plays both guitar and piano, began writing her own music at age 9, and she is hoping to release her first LP later this year. In the meantime, though, she was more than willing to lend her voice to support other female athletes competing against one another.
If like one person in that crowd that was listening, like if that was like moving enough for them to go and win this entire competition, then like that means a lot to me.
Lubiere's music can be found on Spotify, Apple Music, and iTunes under Bella Ann Music. So a lot of fierceness going on there from top to bottom. The athletes,
yeah,
the opening singer,
just incredible. Yeah, the entire event just showcasing so much talent there, and it's really great to see, you know, all of these girls competing and trying to break down those barriers into a sport that has typically been male dominated. It's amazing to see an event like this possible.
I feel like they're not just, opening doors. I feel like they're just kicking them in.
Right?
We're here,
yeah.
Whether you like it or not. Let's go.
That's awesome.
All right. Well, that is going to do it for us, folks. From everyone here at ABC 7 News, take care and have a great night.
Good night, everyone.